Hey y'all, what's up? This is Tammy Hinkle-Davis, aka Fancy Flamin' Fro. First, I would just like to thank you and welcome you to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and go back and check out my videos pertaining to Sisterlocks. But today, I just wanted to follow up on a video that I did a couple of weeks ago where I told you guys that I was going to show you how I rinse my hair. So I am not going to put the rinse on all of my whole entire head with you guys watching, but I just wanted to give you guys just a little insight on what I do with my Sisterlocks and how I keep this gray straight, honey, in order. Like, because it can get out of hand, honey. It can get real bold and real rough and real just like rude. You know, it could just pop up out of nowhere and be like, now what you gonna do? So I wanted to just first show you guys the colors that I use for my hair, because I've been getting a lot of inboxes. And just FYI, if you hear my music in the background, that's my Jonathan McReynolds station on Pandora, and I do not have the rights to the music, but I just like to listen to it when I'm doing my hair. So you guys, you see how this gray is just like taking over me, honey, but it's only in my roots and around my edges. So with Sisterlocks, you are not able to actually dye your hair permanently for a year. That's what they say. That's what they suggest. So I'm following all the rules because I'm new at this Sisterlock thing. It will be 5 months on the 24th of this month. So I just want to make sure my locks are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm not adding any extra stuff to it. But my lock consultant did tell me, hey, you can put a rinse on your hair as much as you want. It's fine. It's just like using the Sisterlock shampoo. So first and foremost, I glove up. As you can see, put my gloves on. I put them on first because I have to mix my rinse colors, because my hair, I've been getting a lot of inboxes. Ooh, what color is your hair? It's pretty. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. But here are all the colors that I use. So first of all, because I don't want to give you the wrong impression, I actually get my hair dyed. And the young lady who dyed my hair, her name is Chi Chi. She owns Earth Tone Salon. She's in St. Louis. She mixed up some colors, some numbers, honey. I don't know what they do, but this is the color that came out. This is the actual color of my hair. Well, since she actually dyed my hair, I found a rinse to just kind of touch up, to make the color look a little bit brighter, to keep it fresh, to keep it popping, and of course to hide the grays. So first and foremost, I glove up to mix up the colors. As you can see, I have the professional mixing bowl with the color already added and the brush. Everything has been mixed. Secondly, the colors that I use Kiss Express. I use the K38 Nutmeg. I also use the K37 Cognac. The reason why I use these two is because it's either the Cognac or the Nutmeg. I can never remember. One is really thin and then one is really thick to add the pop of color. Now, because my hair is kind of like a reddish orange and I don't want it all the way orange or auburn, I put a hint of the Red Hot. It's K45 Kiss products, K45 Red Hot, K37 Cognac, and K38 Nutmeg. These are the three colors that I will be putting on my hair today. It's already in the mixing bowl. It's already mixed up and ready to just be applied. So before I apply it, of course, you can see me shining around the forehead and the nape of my neck, because I use the Old Faithful Vaseline, honey. Old Faithful. And I just kind of dig in. This is personally used for rinsing my hair, nothing else. And I say that because once you start digging in it and using it to rinse your hair, it's contaminated. You don't want to use it for anything else. So I put it around the edge of my my forehead, my scalp, my ears, the nape of my neck, because I don't want this color to run and then I have stain and it looks very unprofessional, honey. Very unprofessional. So please be mindful of that. So glove up. I always have my plastic cap. I have it here somewhere. Oh, here it is right here. Plastic cap for after the rinse has been applied. Another set of gloves after I've put the rinse in, before I go to rinse it off, because I let it sit for an hour. Then I rinse it off. I need to change my gloves because I have to rinse it all out and I don't want to transfer all this dye onto other things. I have my 2 old towels that I use, 2 old towels to lay down so that my bathroom does not get covered in rinse, because again, I'm not a professional. This is something that I just started doing since I've been doing the Sisterlocks. With all that being said, Sisterlock shampoo. I have my shampoo for immediately after the hour is up, after I've let the rinse sit. I then shampoo my hair 3 times to get all the excess color out of it. So I'm going to start with the front, because I always start in the front first, because that's where a lot of my gray is, and then I take it around the nape of my neck all the way around my ears, and I always do this first to get that out the way. So here we go. And then again, I'm not going to dye or rinse, because this is not a dye. Rinse my whole entire head. Put this on with you guys watching. I'm just going to give you a quick frontal of what I do. So as you can see, I have not braid and band my hair yet, because I won't. I apply all of the rinse, and y'all, just FYI, I know I'm jumping over the place, but this brush is thebomb.com. If you don't have one, please invest in one, because it prevents the dye from getting all over your hands, and it prevents the rinse, if I say dye one more time, from getting all over your hands, and it applies the rinse decent and in order, honey. Decent and in order. Because when you're working with a color like this, you want to do it decent and in order. So I'm already finished. Y'all see that little gray popping out back there? Don't worry. I'm going to tackle that right now. So back to the braiding and banding. So I have not braided and banded my hair yet, because I want to make sure that I apply the rinse to every inch of my hair before I do that. So because I'm not going to do my whole entire head with you guys on the phone, I'm going to just tell you really quickly that after I've applied the rinse, it's fully applied to all of my hair, then I braid and band, and I let it sit for an hour. Braid, band it with the rinse on it. And then when I shampoo it with the Sisterlock shampoo, I keep it braided and banded, of course, and shampoo it. And then after I shampoo it, of course, I take the braids out and the bands out. And there you have it. It's dyed or rinsed or whatever, and it's shampooed. I shampooed 3 times just to make sure that all of the excess rinse is out of my hair. So as you can see, I'm going through each part, if you will, each section, each grid line, just to ensure that the rinse gets on every single Sisterlock root. Now, here's the thing with a rinse. You can put it on all over your hair. You know how like when you go to a salon and you get your hair dyed, they only pretty much dye the roots. They don't too much touch the rest of your hair, because that could cause breakage. But since this is just a rinse, I can definitely do that. So I'll show you how I do that. I don't do that until after I've totally completed putting the rinse on my roots. Then I go back and do sections of my hair to put it on the actual hair portion. And then as I do that, when I get done with those sections, I go ahead and braid them and band them at that time. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I'll show you a quick one or two that I'll do. I'll just braid it. I won't put the bands on it, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, you know, when I'm putting the rinse on, and then I go back and put it all over the hair. So I've completed the front. So I'm just going to take this section here to show you guys really quick. So because this is a fat section, I'm going to divide it into two. And then I'm just going to go through this. I told y'all in my last video, honey, this is a lot of work. This is a mess, honey. Who wants to do this, honey? But again, my consultant, she's not doing all of this right now because she is still under the quarantine orders. So as you can see, I've put it on one side. So now I'm going to flip it to the other side just to make sure I got pretty much all of it. And here's the thing with putting a rinse on. If this is already pretty much your hair color, you don't have to do, you know, do every single strand. Like, it's going to kind of blend in. So now this section, since I've put it on the actual hair and not just the roots, I'll braid it. And then I'll go back and put the band on it. So this particular one is done. So this is the reason why I told you guys the first time I didn't show you guys when I did it, because it was a whole mess. It was a lot of work and it was just too much. I wanted to get a grip or a grasp on it before I actually videoed it. So later I'll go back and band this after I've completed my whole head, entire head. So this is just a quick video of how I rinse my hair until my year is up so that I can definitely get it dyed. So if you are having trouble with gray hair or problems, and for some people it may not be a problem, maybe they like it, I don't. But if you just want to put a rinse on your hair, you can do that. Or they also have that other stuff that you put on your hair that is kind of like a gel. It's colored and you just put it on there, but I don't like that. So here is what I do. And this is it. So after I've completely went through my whole entire head with my rinse and have everything braided and banded, I will let it sit for an hour, and then I will shampoo it with my Sisterlock shampoo. And after I shampoo it 3 times, I will release the braids and the bands, and my hair will be rinsed. And I'll come back and I'll show you guys how that looks. But keep in mind, you always need 2 pair of gloves, because look at this already. All right, peace out, Fancy Flaming Fro. I'll talk to you guys in a minute, and I'll show you the rinse afterwards. To be continued. Peace. Hey y'all, real quick. So as you can see, I've finished putting the rinse all over. I'm finished braiding and banding my entire head. And I just wanted to let you guys know, remember I showed you earlier that I used 3 different colors. Each bottle I used half of each color. Forgot to tell you that in the first video, although this is the continuance to that. So I used all of it, filled it up to the rim, used 3 bottles, half of each color, half of the bottle of each color. Filled it up to the rim, it's all gone. So I just wanted to give you a little insight on that to show you my hair is not long like a lot of people's who have Sisterlocks. But if I used 1.5 bottles total with the 3 bottles, since I've used only half of each bottle, that's 1.5 bottles to put a rinse all over my hair. Braid and band it. I forgot one. Then braided and banded all of it. I'll put this one in with this. And the next step is to let it sit for an hour, and then I'll rinse it out. So I'll be back to continue this after I've rinsed it out so you can see the color. Peace out. she ready. So now I have to sit for an hour and I'll be back. Hey y'all, so here is the end results. I let the rinse sit on for an hour, a little bit over an hour to be honest. And I am now taking down the braiding and banding. So I had a question of somebody asked me, why do I braid and band my hair using these rubber bands? And I do that because the rubber bands for the braiding and banding are plastic or too rubber bandish, and they get too tight on my ends. And just the few times I used them, they actually were hard to get loose, to take down. So they would like stick to my hair, and I would always pull like some hair out with them because they're rubber bands. So they would be on too tight. Maybe I was putting them on too tight, I don't know. But these are just easier because they have a cloth material wrapped around the rubber band, and then they have this little silver piece which lets me identify where I need to pull the rubber band. The other ones was just too much for me. So results, the color is pretty. My gray is gone, as you guys can see. And yes, I have a little bit of gray right there, but it's kind of like an orangish gray. But you know, if you guys watch my videos, you know I have something for that. So when I lay my baby hair down, I use my gel that has a little bit of the color in it, and it coats those edges a little bit and makes it look like the color of my hair. So anyway, here is the end results. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And thank you guys just for wanting to hear what I got to say about Sisterlocks, honey. So I will be 5 months in the 24th of this month. And I'm so proud of my hair maturity. And I can't wait to see it in a year. And I hope you guys just continue to follow me on this journey, because it has been a journey. So my hair is all fresh, clean, and shampooed, all fresh, clean, and with a new rinse. And tomorrow, I go to get my locks retied. So yes, on the scalp, you can see a little bit of the red, but after a while, that dissipates. And then once she reties them, it's almost like you can't see it anyway, especially with all this thick hair. So anyway, you guys, Tammy Hinkle-Davis, Fancy Flamin' Fro, no more. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Bye.